So, what you've just witnessed there was the extraction of Donnie Messier's vehicle. Now, Donnie had been missing for 16 years. And look, sadly, in this instance, Adventures with Purpose were not able to recover. Well, to be fair, they weren't able to recover anything, but we'll get to that in a moment. You know, the remains of Donnie were not found. But 16 years and the rising and falling of the water levels here just meant that it's very, very likely that due to the roof of this vehicle being removed, Donnie's body is in that body of water somewhere, and there has been more arrangements made by the family to continue looking. But ultimately, look, Adventures with Purpose, they came in and they found this vehicle. So it was believed that the likelihood is that Donnie was indeed in this vehicle. Now, what you've witnessed was law enforcement showing absolutely no compassion for the family, for the potential remains that were in that vehicle. You know, as far as they was aware, that is where Donnie had been for 16 years. And they dragged it out of that fucking water like a bean can dragging behind a just married vehicle. And we saw a very similar situation in the Kylie Rodney case, where, look, Adventures with Purpose, who are highly, highly skilled, they offer their expertise, their equipment free of charge to help bring these cases to a close. And they show law enforcement and everyone utter respect while they do it. And look, I know that there's been some controversy following the Kylie Rodney case because the family, they were upset at the manner with which Adventures with Purpose put the video out about Kylie and the thoughts and feelings that they voiced purely because of what they've seen, which, you know, everyone's human. They saw what they saw and they concluded what they concluded. And when you take into consideration the people like Nick, the tow truck driver, can you blame them for wondering what the fuck was going on? But in Donnie's case, you know, law enforcement, they took 9 hours to prep this vehicle. And then, like I say, they dragged it out of the water through a tree. They didn't even bother removing the tree out of the way, dragged it through that as well. And it makes you wonder why law enforcement expects us to give them respect when they don't seem to give a toss about anybody else. You know, it's bizarre. It's bizarre that the world has just come down to statistics and money now. People are statistics, and it's whether the money is there and worth spending. You know, people lose their lives every day because their life isn't worth the surgeon's fee or the medication's fee. And like we just watched and witnessed there, that is law enforcement not really wanting to spend the money, not really wanting to be there, feeling it was a chore and getting the job done. So again, kudos to Adventures with Purpose. Look, you found the truck. Sadly, in this case, we didn't find Donnie himself, but I'm pretty sure that that truck will act as a marker and there will likely be something found off the back end of it. But it was very, very sad to see the family watching how this was being treated when on site were people who would have treated this situation with a lot more compassion and care. You know, people just want to know that people care. People want to know that their feelings are being taken into consideration. And we're just not seeing that with law enforcement recently. We're not seeing it. You know, you wonder why cases just go on and on and on for years. This is why. Because people just don't care anymore. They just don't care enough to put their heart and soul into it. And it's sad. And I hope to God that things do improve and we're not just going to see things continue to decline and head in the direction that they're going. I'll catch you all later in the live.